Hi everyone.
Hello.
Here's Kat. She's going to be looking after the chat today. And yeah, we're continuing our Wednesday classes. They've been so popular, and we really appreciate the fact that we've had so much feedback. I want to say hi in the chat. I'm just going to do that myself, and you can just tell us where you're from, and yeah, and then we'll get on with the exercises. Okay, it's great to see you all. You can see we've got lots of regular faces coming in. That's really great. Okay, well, I just want to show you something. Look, this is a visor. Kat, you've been wearing this as well, haven't you?
But not too bad.
It's actually not too bad. It's just not too bad at all. It does make it sound very funny in here because it echoes back, and it's a bit warm, but otherwise it's very practical. And if you've already been in, you'll know, you'll have seen it. But just to say that we have opened now, COVID safe. We've had deep cleans. Kat was in here for hours. The whole place smelled of bleach, didn't it, Kat?
Yeah.
She had an aura of bleach around her. I think nothing could live within a metre around her. She was amazing. And we've been, just one thing, if you do come in, it'd be great to see you back in here. It's all COVID safe. We've got spaced out appointments. We've got deep cleans. We've got, everything is completely changed, and we wipe down everything with alcohol wipes and everything in between clients. So you can relax when you come in. Also, we've got hand sanitizers that you don't have to touch. They're really high tech. You just put your hand underneath and go. So yeah, if you want to come back in, I know some clients are still a bit cautious, but we've made it as safe as we can for you. The only thing we would ask though is please come on time for your session. Don't come too early because we need 15 minutes to clean everything. And if you come too early, we don't have time. We're sort of rushing around with all the bleach and everything and the alcohol. So yeah, it'd be lovely to see you back in here. If you go to shiatsucenter.co.uk and you can book in there. Most of the practitioners have got direct links into their diary, or you can call up or email us and we'll get you in. Okay, great. So yeah, we're open again. Fantastic news. It's lovely to see the clients coming back. Really is nice. The only other thing we ask you to do is please bring your own water, because we can't serve tea or water, unfortunately. So it's kind of like a no-touch, clean environment. Okay, so hopefully see you in here. If you're off somewhere like on the other side of the world taking this class, you can't come in personally, but that's fine. We're going to keep doing the Wednesday classes, and the reason we're doing those, we're going to keep them, is because your donations have helped us survive through the whole pandemic. We've actually been able to pay our rent and our minimal bills all the way through, which has been absolutely awesome. Really want to say a massive thank you. The problem we have now is because we've got reduced capacity, because we have to, like restaurants, we have to spread everyone out. We can't, and we're not going to put our prices up. Several of our clients said, in fact, one of my clients said, you should put your prices up because you can't get so many people in. We're not going to do that. We're going to keep our prices the same. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and subsidize the rent and everything in our bills with these classes and with other fundraising activities we're doing. So if you're already probably donating, I know lots of you are already donating, we're going to say a massive thank you. And those donations are going to help us in this transitionary phase to pay our bills, okay? So, and also we love doing it. So let's go straight on. I've got something a bit new to do today. Remember last week we did this breathing thing. It was amazing. Over half of you found that you were breathing too high, and we did a whole session on breathing. And so I thought this week we'll go a little bit deeper into how you're feeling. And we're going to do a thing called focusing. We're going to tune into our bodies, and we're going to see if there's any blocks or anything that we need to work on. But before we do that, let's find out how you're doing, okay? So let's just find out your general stress level. I know some people are actually feeling kind of a little bit more stressed because they are transitioning back into the post-COVID situation and everything. So let's just find out how you're coping. Could you just let us know as a group how you're coping, whether you're coping well, okay, neutral, not really sure, or you're stressed or very stressed still. And that gives us an idea of where you are as a group. Okay, look at this. Okay, so still quite a lot of you are still feeling pretty stressed. So these classes are probably really important for you to hang on to each week. And I know from feedback we've had that a lot of you are practicing exercises during the week, which is great, because that means you're kind of benefiting from it all through the week. Okay, so what I thought we'd do now is we're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to do some focusing and see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off for a second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to tune into your whole body, and you can do this sitting or standing up. We're going to scan through our whole body, and then what we're going to do is see if we can find out where it is that we need to either release or work on. Okay, you ready for that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to do that. I'm going to talk you through it, and then we can just draw it and see how we get on. Okay, so first of all, we'll be standing or sitting. We're going to just close our eyes, okay, and we're going to just scan through our whole body from top to bottom, all the way from the head down to the feet. So let's go through the head, jaw, neck, shoulders, arms, chest area, abdomen, hips, and then down through our legs, down to our feet. Okay, now if you can just relax and just tune into your whole body, I'd just like you to find the area, one area that you would most like to work on. It could feel a bit weak, or it could feel blocked or painful, or just not quite right. We're just going to work on that one area. Okay, so what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd ask you where that area is. Okay, and I've got a poll set up for that. So scanning through, just remember where that area is. Okay, and I'm just going to ask you where you felt it. Did you feel it in your head, neck, or shoulders, down your arms, inside your upper body, like inside here, inside the lower body, or in the torso, hips, and legs? In other words, outside of the body. Do you see what I mean? So it's either like here, okay, arms, inside here, inside the lower body, somewhere here, the middle and lower heaters, or actually in the torso. Okay, and that'll give me an idea of where we can focus today's exercises. Okay, and this is very, very interesting, okay, because we've got, the majority of you have got issues in the head, neck, or shoulders, or inside the upper body, which is the heart and lung area, okay? We've got another mixture of other stuff as well, but some of the inside lower body and sometimes the hips and legs as well, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to focus today's exercises on addressing those. Just one other bit of information I'd really like, and that is, okay, whether of the kind of block you think it is. Okay, so let's just close our eyes again, and I want you to go into that sensation of weakness or blockage, wherever it is, whether it's in your head, neck, or shoulders, or inside your upper body, or wherever it is. Okay, I want you to just tune into that. I'm doing the same. I'm doing it with you. Okay. And I just want you to ask yourself the question: do you think that it's a physical sensation that you're feeling, or do you think it's an emotional sensation? Or do you think it's kind of a bit of both mixed together? Okay, so do you think it's physical, that feeling you've got? That block or weakness? Okay, I'm going to open this poll up. I've prepared it earlier, and I'd like you to just let me know, because that also will influence how we're going to do the exercises. So do you think it's physical, emotional, or both? Or you're not sure? Okay, whoa, okay, here we go. So we've got about 60% of you think it's both, it's kind of combined. And some of you, majority of you, think it's either physical, and we've got some people who think it's just a purely emotional thing. Okay, that's really, really interesting. And I just thought it'd be really good this week to go a little bit deeper into the types of how we can use the channels and how we can work internal and externally. Okay, and I'll explain how it works as we go along. So here we go. Ready to do the exercises? Good. Okay, so basically, here's the theory. Okay, there are basically two types of meridians in the body. in Chinese medicine and acupuncture, we have the yang channels, which are basically all the ones you can see if I do this. They're on the outside of the body, they're on the back, and they're on the outside of the arms and outside backs of the legs, okay? If you imagine like if we were four-legged animals, they'd be all around the back, around the outside. These are the yang channels. Now, those of you that had problems with the torso, the head and neck, and maybe the arms as well, almost certainly you've got obstructions or weakness in those yang channels. So we want to clear those channels out for you so that we can shift that feeling, okay? Now, if you had more of a sensation inside, particularly if it's like an emotional thing or a mixed feeling inside your body, the chances are they're connected with the yin channels. And the yin channels are the ones that you can see here. When I stand like this, they run up the front of the body, they run into the arms, the inside of the arms, and they run down the inside of the legs, okay? Now, in terms of the whole Taoist cosmology thing, okay, these yang channels, the ones that go from the head, are all connected to the heavens energy. So basically, a lot of the obstructions we get are because we can't release out down into the ground, okay? And if you've got problems or obstructions and weaknesses inside your body, then that's connected to the yin channels, which are connected to the earth. And we've done lots of exercises, haven't we, connecting to heaven and earth. So if you've got like maybe anxiety or palpitations or something like that, or maybe digestive problems, they quite often are internal and they are fed by the yin channels that come up with the earth. So in about 40 or 50 minutes time, what we're aiming for is for those of you that are like this, with the yang channels to be like this, okay? And those of you who are like this, with the yin channels, you're going to be like this, connected to the earth, okay? And let's see if we can do it, okay? So what we'll do is we'll do a complete sequence of exercises, so obviously we'll target them for what you really, really need, okay? And I'll explain as we go along. Cool, okay. So let's start off like we always do by just checking in and just seeing whether we feel blocked in our connection upwards or downwards, okay? So we're going to open up the feet, open up kidney 1. Remember, that's the point on the sole of the foot. Okay, let's just spend a little bit of time opening that point up. I'm rocking backwards and forwards with my feet like this, stretching my feet. Okay, we're going to open up the feet and connect with the earth. Now, we need to relax our ankles, relax our knees, soften the hips. Okay, we're going to soften the belly and the front of the body. Okay, that's all the yin channels coming up the body, nurturing the internal organs and the inside the chest. Okay, very good. Okay, so now let's connect with the heavens. Energy is how they describe it in Qigong. So we can imagine this imaginary golden thread going up to infinity, up into the heavens. And let's just get in touch with that feeling. So what we're trying to do now with this is we're trying to release the base of the cranium. You can just move your head around a little bit, very gently, releasing around here, letting your head float up, feeling your neck relax, opening up the shoulders and the arms. Okay, and then imagine that connection going all the way down your back, down to your sacrum. You can also imagine that your sacrum is like a pendulum weighting down and hanging from there, from the base of the cranium. Okay, cool. Okay, there we go. So we're just hanging there from that golden thread. At the same time, we're opening up the kidney 1, and we're connecting down into the earth. Okay, very good. Okay, so we're going to start off a little bit differently this week. We normally start off with the lower burner, remember, we work upwards, okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to help out those of you, over half of you, that have got these obstructions in the head and neck, okay? Because once we clear those yang channels and we're kind of like suspended from the heavens, got all those yang channels cleared, then we can start building up the connection with the internal channels. Okay, so let's do that first. So I'm going to show you a face routine. Okay, we do a face routine, neck, and then we'll do shoulders down the outside of the arms, and then we'll go down the torso, down the outside of the legs. Sound like a good idea? And we'll clear those yang channels. Perfect. Okay, so let's start off right here in the face. This is where all the yang channels begin and end. So it's really important all around the sense organs and things like that. So take your hands, we're going to rub our hands together. Okay, we're going to press forehead like this. We're going to do it 3 times, just using fairly firm pressure here on the forehead, going outwards. Okay, and now we've got this point here. This is the beginning of the bladder channel that runs all the way down the back. So let's see if we can connect this, gently pressing in either side of the inside of the eye there. Okay. Now, as we do that, we're just gently pressing in with this finger. What I'd like you to do is release your neck, let your head float up, and see if you can feel a connection between this point and your neck, and then down your back to your sacrum. If you can feel that connection, what you're feeling there is you're feeling the bladder channel, which runs right down either side of the spine. Okay, the second point of the bladder channel is here, and you can do that by just pressing gently into here. There's like a little notch in the bone there. Okay, just underneath the eyebrow, that's bladder 2. Okay, and what we're going to do now that we've softened up the forehead is we're going to go over the top of the head. Can you see where I'm going here? Okay, over the top of the head here, this is all the bladder channel here. Again, keeping the head floating, pressing down. We're going to go down onto the back of the head, down to the base of the cranium. That's just around here. Okay, so we're going down here. And as we're doing that, let's do that 3 times. We're just going to see whether we can maintain a connection all the way down the spine by keeping the neck relaxed and keeping the back relaxed, connecting down to the sacrum. Okay, very good. So that's one of the main yang channels that go down, right down the back, right down to the feet from the head. So let's go a little bit further out now, and we're going to press around the temples. In fact, you can press with your palms, just gently pressing in here. Okay, and then once you've done that, you can place your hands here. We can place our hands here and just gently press into the eyes with the palms, heels of the hands, relaxing the eyes. Okay. And then on the side of the head here, we have the gallbladder and the triple heater channels. Gallbladder channel runs right down the back, okay, right down the sides of the body, right down here, down into the feet again. And the triple heater channel runs along the shoulders and down to the arm. So if we just press here and just imagine that connection down the arms and down into the feet, that will give us a nice opening of those channels on the side of the body. Okay, so this one goes down the back, these ones go down the sides, and these ones, which are connected to the breathing and to the digestion, this is the stomach and the large intestine. This is the stomach point. We're just pressing underneath this cheekbone here, and this point is a large intestine point. Okay, and that's called welcome smell. We can relax and press in. And that channel goes right down the arm. This is the stomach channel, and that goes right down the front of the body into the feet. Let's just see if we can sense that. We're pressing into here, relaxing the throat, relaxing the front of our body, relaxing right down into the feet. Okay, very good. Okay, and this round here is also related to the stomach channel. So you get the idea. This is related to the back, this is related to the sides, and this area relates to the front. And these are all embryological connections that are laid down when we're very, very small, when we're developing, okay, in the womb. So it's very, very primary connections in the body. We want to get those yang channels really released. because we want to clear them. A lot of you are having problems in this area, which is understandable because that's where it often gets blocked. So let's just pull the ears down and around. Okay, very good. Okay, so that's the face, routine for the face. As we said before, very important to get all these points nice and released, because it's important to smile, especially when you can't see people because they're masks, right? You've got to be smiling underneath your mask. Okay, so here we go. Yang channels of the neck. Okay, to show you, we've got bladder channel and then the gallbladder channel here. So let's really work this. Heels of the hand, aligning ourselves, float that head up, connect with the whole spine right down into the sacrum, and then we're squeezing. Okay, so it's not a local thing. We're connecting all the way down into the sacrum, opening up the back of the spine. I'm going to try and get this yang channels in the neck completely released. Okay, so if you can do that, the squeezing in. Okay, so that's the bladder channel down the back. Now if we go a bit further out, see I'm widening my hands out now. I'm placing my heel of my hand right in this groove here, and this is the gallbladder channel. Okay, so we're going to work down here. This is the one that goes down to the shoulders and down the sides of the body. So if we relax our hips, relax the shoulders. It's quite good to do it with the breath as well. So breathing out, stretching it in. Okay, very good. Feel clearer, feel a bit brighter in the eyes. A lot of these points are used for brightening the eyes and clearing the eyes and so on. Okay, now the stomach channel runs down here and large intestine channel runs down the front. Okay, so we've got back, sides, and the front. So let's just massage or just squeeze down this SCM muscle, which is this big muscle here. You can feel it, I'm sure. It goes right down into the, right down here. You can just see that. I don't know if I can just get that. Yeah, so you can see it. There we are, look. If you get hold of it, it's just round by your ear and go down. You can feel this big muscle. It's a very important muscle to release for neck tension. Okay, and as long as you don't go too far in and squeeze your windpipe, you'll be fine. You can just squeeze down here, and that gives you a complete workout for the main yang channels of the neck. Okay, now if we just relax our head a bit now, okay, and just check in, and float that head up. You see how much easier it is to float the head up now? And doesn't it feel a lot clearer here in the head? Exactly, yeah, brilliant, okay? So now if you notice your shoulders feel a little bit left out, don't they? So it's time that we worked out down the yang channels to connect up the head with the rest of the body, okay? So to show you how to do that, we've done some of this in the past. We're just linking it up more with the head now. Once you've cleared the head and the neck, really important to unblock the shoulders. And if you can do this by supporting the hand and tapping like this, that's really good. Okay, and what I'm doing is I'm tapping right on the top here and slightly backwards from the top of the muscle. And this is the gallbladder channel and this is the triple heater channel. And they're the two channels that run down the outside of the body. Triple heater runs down the outside of the arms, and gallbladder channel runs down the outside of the legs, down the torso, okay? They're often related to headaches on the side of the head, eye problems, really common, and also just kind of like a mental confusion or indecision, that kind of thing, are related to these channels. Okay, so you need to give the shoulders a really good going over the top of the shoulders here. Okay, now once we release that, and just shake that out, so leaning forward, just shaking out the shoulders. Okay, and relaxing my jaw. And if you want a bit more vigorous, you can throw it down. Okay, checking in. Okay, get that golden thread connected. Let's see what's happening. Not bad, okay? Can you feel how much more relaxed your head feels? The head is naturally suspended. The shoulders are feeling a lot more loose, okay? And now we just need to continue that down the yang channels of the arms and legs. Are you ready? Okay, so let's go for the arms first, okay? So we've got 3 channels that run down the outside of the arm, the yang channels, okay? Remember, we've got the large intestine, goes this way, very good for nasal congestion, hay fever, stuff like that. So let's go down that channel, and we're aiming for the first finger. Go down 3 times, we're just tapping down. There we go. Okay, good, okay. And then the other side, down the yang channel, down to the first finger. Okay, 3 times. Okay, and I'll just show you what effect this is going to have on how your neck and head feels, okay? Because now what we're going to do is we're going to go onto the legs, and we're going to work the stomach channel, which is the one that's kind of paired with the large intestine and the arm. So that runs down the same kind of place on the leg as we just did on the arms. So we're going to pick it up around here. You can just tap down through the abdomen here, and we'll go down like this. Just tapping it on the abdomen gently. The stomach channel runs down the whole front of the body here. Okay, and we're going to go down 3 times down the stomach channel. Okay, now this links up right with the sinuses and with the eyes as well. It's used again for sometimes for headaches. It's also used for treating the digestion, things like that as well. Okay, so we're going to go 3 times down the front outside of your legs. I'll give you a little bit of a close up here. Where I am. I'm going. Here's the front of my leg. It's just on the front side of the leg there. Okay, let's go 3 times down that. Nice, okay, brushing off. Okay, checking in. Now tune into the sensation on the front of your leg, outside of your leg, tune into the sensation in your arm, and connect that up with your face. Now you'll notice that connects more with the jaw and with the nose and kind of the lower part of the face. And that's the stomach and large intestine channel, okay? Cool, okay, so next we're going to do is clear the sides of the head. Headaches on the side of the head, eye problems, stuff like that. You need to work down the outside of the arm, down to this finger here, okay? Down the outside, down into this middle finger, okay? Sorry, into this ring finger. Okay, this is the triple heater. Okay, it's also used for things like whiplash and shock and things as well. If you get any whiplash in the neck, it's good to clear the channel down the arm. Okay, we'll do it 3 times on the other side. So I'm going right down the outside of the arm here. I'm going for this finger here. Yeah. Okay, very good. Okay, so now we just need to continue that with the body. So let's go down here. Those of you who have blockages on the torso, the outside of the torso, this is probably going to be a good thing for you. Just tapping down the sides of the body. This is the gallbladder channel. Again, it connects with the eyes. Okay, and then right into the buttocks here. There's a really important point there. And the hips. And then we go down the outside of the hips. We're going to go down 3 times. The outside of the legs, down towards the feet. Yeah. Ooh, I think my nose is clearing. I think that must be the stomach I just worked on earlier. Okay, here we go. Awesome. One more time. First hips, a bit of a pummeling, and then down the outside of the hips. Let's give you a bit close up there. It's right on the outside of the hips. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. Right, nearly there. Okay, here we go. Okay, very good. So now let's just check in again. Okay, check into the size of your head and the sides of your body and the sides of your legs, all the way down. Can you see how that's all kind of tingly and open? And that's because we've opened up these yang channels running from the side of the head down and the arms. These are very primitive connections that are laid down embryologically. Okay, so they're really powerful ways of clearing out any obstruction in the head and neck. Okay, so now just the last bit of that is the back of the body, and the back of the body is represented by the bladder channel, which we talked about earlier, this one that goes right the way down the back, and the small intestine channel that runs down the back of the arms, okay? So let's do the arms first. This is another one that's used for whiplash as well, interestingly enough. Okay, so it goes down the back of the arm to the little finger. Yeah. Just go down 3 times. Okay, and we're just going to brush off. And the same thing here, we're trying to get around the back there, some really important points there, down the back of the arm. Goes around the back of the arm, we're aiming towards the little finger here. Okay, down here to the little finger. Right, cool. Okay, so now we're going to go, let's just tap the back of our head here just to activate the bladder channel. Can you do that? Just tapping. I'm just using my fingertips. Let's get that bladder channel activated. Now, if you're working with someone else, if you're lucky enough to be with someone, you can help each other out by tapping down like this, the back. It's a great thing to do. You can use loose fists, side of your hand, cupping. Okay, there's 3 of you, you can make a little conga line. Okay, and then change around. But if you're on your own, like I am, that's fine too. Just see how far you can go down the back here. And then see how flexible you are the other way by going like this. Okay. And if you're super bendy, you can probably just about meet here, so you're not going to have any missing bits on your back. Okay, but it doesn't really matter. Just do the best you can. We go down here, and you can lean forwards if you want to, using the side of my hand like this. Give me a bit of a close-up. See how I'm using this side of the hand like this, and then down onto the sacrum. Okay. Oh, fantastic. Okay, and then the backs of the legs. So we need to get into here. Starting off here, just below the buttocks there's a really good acupuncture points used for sciatica, amongst other things, lower back pain. A lot of these points are used for lower back pain, all the way down to your ankle feet. Okay, let's go down 3 times. Wow, what a workout. Okay, what a workout that's been. Excellent. Brushing off. Right, so now checking in again. Okay, just see if you can feel the back of your body now. All tingling, the bladder channel's tingling. Neck nice and released. And just check out how your head's feeling on top of your neck. Nice and light, isn't it? Have you noticed that? You notice how it feels so much more connected with the whole of your body. And many of you that have problems in the head and the neck area, you're going to feel a lot better now, because that connection's starting to be really created. And if you want to keep this going for the next week, practice it every day, even for just 5 or 10 minutes, you'll really start to sort all this kind of things out. Okay, so back, big tick. Well done, everyone. We've cleared our yang channels. Doesn't that feel awesome? It does, it feels brilliant. And that's cleared the way now for the rest of the channels, which is the yin channels. Now, those of you that were having issues deep inside your chest, a lot of you were, that's almost certainly going to be emotional. It's probably related to the lungs or the heart, okay? And even in the torso, digestive system, and all those channels are fed internally by the yin channels that come up from the earth, and they go up into the body. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a different strategy here, because what we're doing is we're going to be using breath more, we're going to be connecting internally more and doing some more stretches. Okay, so let's do it. What we'll do first of all is we'll start building up those connections from the ground, and then we'll open out into the arms to finish off. All right, so you with me? So here we go. We're going to start off with the kidney channel, which is the one that starts at kidney 1 here. Okay, very deep channel that goes into the abdominal area and into the adrenal system. Okay, so let's just do some light tapping from just behind the ankle. And we're going to go up the back of the legs, going right inside back of the legs, up towards the pubic bone there, just in there. Okay, go back underneath again. Let's just do 3 of those. Okay, so we do 3 of those. Okay, then we're going to come around to the inside of the leg. That's the liver channel. That's the pair of the gallbladder. It's on the inside of the body. I'm going to go up from the feet again. Up the inside of the leg, just behind that adductor muscle here, this big muscle you can feel there. Okay, just tap 3 times up there. Bad. Okay, very good, very good. Just one more to do, and that's the spleen channel. This one goes up internally. Got any tummy problems? This is the one you need for that. Goes up the inside, front of the leg. Also very good for a lot of knee problems. If you've got pain on the medial part of the knee, up here. Okay, and then it goes up internally into the abdomen. So let's just do that 3 times. Inside, front of the leg. Do you want to have a close up? Up here along this line here. There we go. So that's 2, I think, isn't it? So now we just do the 3rd one. Okay, there we are, 3, and I'm just going to brush off. And we're going to shake out our hips. Okay, right, let's check in with that, shall we? Just jump up and down a few times. Okay, check this out. Can you feel that? You can feel like a glowing feeling up the inside of your legs, all the way front, middle, and back, and connect that with your feet, and then see what an effect that has on your hips and particularly on your abdominal area. Okay, feels really kind of supported, doesn't it? And kind of warm, relaxed, and everything. Very, very good. Okay, so that basically we've opened up these yin channels here. They're all connecting internally. They're going to help you with any anxiety you've got in your tummy and any digestive problems. Now, a lot of you had issues with the inside the upper body, and that's what we're going to do now, okay? We're going to use the yin channels of the arm to work the lungs and the pericardium and the heart, okay? So let's do that. Okay, let's do that. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to work out this way, releasing or opening up this whole area here, okay? So we have the lung channel, we have the pericardium channel, and we have the heart channel. Okay, so let's have a go at doing that. Remember, this area here is lung 1. Okay, we're going to do it kind of nice and gently. We're going to open it up. We're going to hollow this area a little bit, like this, and tap it. Just soften this area here, and then we're going to go down this way into the thumb. Do the other side, same thing again, softening here, tapping here. This is the lungs, very closely related to grief in Chinese medicine. So you may be feeling some loss, maybe loss of the lockdown even, maybe because of loss of having to go out and meet people again. I don't know, or it might just be grief about being locked away for so many months. But sadness is associated with the lung channel. So let's just give that a little bit of a go. And that's really going to help any emotional feelings that you've got that are obstructing your upper burner, okay, which seems to be very, very popular today. In fact, yeah, 32% of you said that you had feelings inside your upper body, okay, so that's like nearly a third. That is the biggest single category, okay, so we want to look after you. We're going to do that. This is a lung, okay. Okay, and then we should just do some of the exercises that we've done before. We're just going to do this Qigong exercise for the lungs, and then we can link it with the breath, nice and slowly, breathing in, breathing out, doing it in slow motion, breathing in. Okay. As you breathe in, bring the air in, and you sink the breath down, relax your diaphragm as you breathe out. Okay, you can see, I'll just give you a close up, you can see how I'm opening this area up as I bring it back. Okay, so now let's just swing. We're just keeping the breathing in the background, and we're just going to open up those shoulders, bringing the thumbs outwards. Okay, checking in with heaven and earth, keeping that head relaxed and suspended, relaxing the sacrum and the hips, feeling the breath sink lower in our body as we breathe. Okay, see, I'm breathing independently of the swinging now. Just keep the swing going. Okay, now one of the main reasons that we get sensations in the upper chest area is because of the parasympathetic nervous system not being active enough to calm us down, okay? So that's why breathing is really important for this upper bit here, okay? So I'm just going to do a lung stretch, okay? I'll show you how to do that. Breathing in, bring the arms up, bring the thumbs up and out, okay? And then breathing out, a very slow exhalation. Slowly stretching open the chest area. Keep that exhalation as long as you can. Very calming. Very, very calming. Okay, so breathing in again. How long can you make that exhalation? Let's hear it though. Let's hear you exhaling. Very good. Okay, let's do a few more. How long can you make that exhalation? Breathing in. Let's hear an audible out breath. Okay, very good. Doesn't that feel good? Okay, we're going to do 2 more. Make it 5. Breathing in. Okay, calming. Okay, 1 more. How long can you make that exhalation? Breathing in. You're doing great. Doing great. Breathing in. Breathing out. Okay, very good. Let's check in. Okay, now just relaxing our shoulders. Feel the whole upper burner here. Okay, kind of feel energized but kind of calm, and that's like really good. Okay, excellent. So now we come to probably the most common reason why you get agitation or feelings of obstruction or things that you don't feel right in the upper burner, and that's the pericardium and the heart. In Chinese medicine, the pericardium, that's the muscle around the heart, is differentiated from the heart organ, and it's like a protective layer. So what we'll do is we'll work on that first. We'll relax and open that up, and this is used for things like rapid heartbeat, palpitations and things like that, okay, and just general feeling of stress in the chest area. Okay, the channel runs here, it runs across the top of the chest here, and it runs down the middle of the outside of the arm. So let's just do a little bit of tapping here around your upper chest, keeping that as relaxed as you can, and we're going to tap down the center of the arm right into the palm and then to this middle finger. Okay, we're going to do that 3 times. Yeah, right down the middle. I think that might be 4. I've lost count. Okay, go down into the center and then we're going to brush off. Okay, same thing the other side. Just softening this part here. And down the middle of the inside of the arm. Go. Okay, good, very good. Okay, so that's the pericardium channel. Stretches like this. Let's do a few stretches like breathing in, Breathe out. See how long you can make that exhalation. Very good. Okay, one more. Okay, can you feel how calming that is? And that's because the out breath is directly related to the parasympathetic nervous system. So if we emphasize the exhalation, we're going to calm everything down. And that's one of the main ways we can affect this upper heater here. Okay, so that brings us to the heart channel. Okay, the heart channel runs right from the armpit, it goes internally into the armpit, and it goes down into the little finger here. It's a little bit delicate, so we tend to just use the fingertips and just lightly tap. I'll give you a bit of a close up here. I'm twisting my hand round so that I can open up this channel here. Okay, down into this little finger here. I'm just do that 3 times. We'll try and keep this area as relaxed as you can as you do it. And just nice light tapping with the fingertips is good. Okay, there's a nice point there on the elbow, and then it goes down into this finger here. Okay. Now, if you suffer from insomnia or if you're getting palpitations, I can show you a really good acupuncture point, which is used with acupressure. That's right on the wrist here. That's heart 7. It's used for calming the mind and also for palpitations and things like that. So if you want to work that, you can just gently press it. I'll show you how to do that. We'll just finish off here. Okay, the way to do it is you want to basically create a circuit around your arms. So let's just try it and see what it feels like. You can either hold it like that, or the way I like to do it is to bring my thumb like this onto the inside of my wrist like that, because then you can kind of get hold of your whole arm, and I'm still pressing in. If I turn right around, you'll see my thumb is now pressing right into heart 7 there. Now just check this out, okay? You can do this sitting, standing, or even if you've got insomnia and you're lying in bed not being able to sleep, you can just be lying on your back and pressing this point. I'll show you internally what it should feel like. If you gently press that point with your thumb, put your fingertips around there, okay? And now if you close your eyes, connect deep inside your chest, and imagine a line going from inside your chest into your armpit, and then down the inside of your arm into that point. Okay, that's the sensation of the channel that you can feel there in your left arm. Okay, and that's what it should feel like. So you can feel a direct internal connection into the chest. If you can't feel it, just imagine it to start with, and slowly it will become apparent. Okay, let's try the other side. Let's open up the channel with down first. Now, if you're interested in any of the acupuncture channels or the any of the points, you'll find that there's lots of information online now. So if you just Google Heart 7 acupuncture point, you'll find lots of references to it, and you'll find all kinds of uses for it, the images of the point and things like that. It's quite fascinating, and also it goes with the channels as well. So if you want to know where the channel is, you can Google that heart channel acupuncture, and you're going to get loads of charts and things. There's so much out there. There's quite a lot of YouTube videos as well that can show you where it is. Okay. What they often don't tell you is they don't tell you how to use it internally. Okay, it's not a case of just going from the outside. It's not like that at all. Okay, so let's try the other arm. So I'm going to just hold my thumb on that point again, or you can hold it like that if you like, whichever way. I like to do it like this. Okay, find the point, turn your hand round and hold onto your arm like that. So my thumb is across and into the point, okay? And let's see if we can activate the channel just with a few breaths. So we're going to relax shoulders, gently press into that point, close your eyes, open up your armpit slightly, and see if you can feel a connection from the point all the way into your chest, through your elbow. It's like a kind of connection. It's a connective tissue connection. It's like a facial connection all the way up there, and it directly links into the heart organ. So that point, if you press it, will open the channel if you press it in this particular way. You got it? Okay, just a few more breaths. Okay, very good for insomnia and as I said, palpitations and things like that. Okay, very good. And then we're just going to pull the little fingers and relax the arms. Okay, awesome, fantastic. Okay, so that's all the 3 yin channels of the arm. So let's just check in again, especially those of you that had this internal feeling in the chest. Okay, just close our eyes and tune into your chest, your upper burner. Open up your arms slightly like this to open up the channels, and you should feel like a tingling feeling going up the inside of your arms. You feel a lot more open and tingly here, and that's all the channels opening out. Okay, and hopefully with the breathing, you just managed to regulate that a little bit more, and that's going to start calming everything down for you. Okay, very good. So now we've just got a little bit of time left to bring it all together. I suggest we do that with this breathing exercise here, because this is a great way, as we've done before, of connecting the yin and yang channels, heaven and earth. Okay, so we've got the dantian, the center of the body. That's where we're going to be breathing into. Okay, we're going to be standing in a Tai Chi position, and we're going to do this simple exercise. Okay, now it doesn't look like much, does it? But it's how you do it that counts. So let's do it first of all, connecting with the earth. We're going to open up kidney 1. We're going to feel heaviness in our body. We're going to feel ourselves connecting down into the earth. We're going to feel ourselves solid on the earth. Okay, and we're going to sink down with all our weight. Okay, and the arms float up, but they feel heavy. And we're going to push with all our might against the floor, and we're going to let the arms float down. Okay, got that? So we're going to sink down with heaviness. Let the arms float up and push with the legs, relaxing the hips. Okay, and we're doing it with the breath as well. So we're breathing in and we're breathing out. Okay, we're sinking down with our weight and we're pushing up. Keep that kidney 1 open and you'll feel that connection with the earth even stronger. Okay? Okay, very good. Just do one more. Okay, that's very good at integrating. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the other extreme and we're going to connect with the heavens. So we're going to feel light in our body, feel really light. Okay, float that head up with the golden thread. Now we're going to bring lightness into our body like we're floating. And we're going to imagine that we're just descending down from the top. So imagine this is being lowered down, very light, okay, descending down, the arms naturally float up. And then we're going to just gently pull ourselves up from the top of our head up towards the heavens. Okay, now see how different that means. Exactly the same external exercise, but just see how incredibly different it feels now. You can feel lightness in your whole body, releasing the head and the neck. Okay, it's going to be perfect for integrating those of you who had those problems with your head and neck before. We can release it. Now we've opened all those channels up. Okay, and again with the breath, breathing out, breathing in, okay, breathing out. Really light, keep those shoulders open. Okay, this is very, very good. So now we're going to combine them so we've got the yin and the yang mixed together, okay, just for the last minute or so. Okay, so let's feel that heaviness. We're going to sink down into the earth, connect, think down as deep as you can to the center of the earth, then think as high as you can to the heavens and float up and become light. Okay, so we have the support of the earth, relaxing the digestion and the internal organs. Okay, and we have the lightness of heaven, the air, exhaling and feeling light in the upper body. Yeah, so heavy, breathing in, and light, breathing out. Okay, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, lovely. Okay, excellent. Very, very good. Okay, so now it's time to check in one last time. So just standing, or you can sit, doesn't matter, okay? What we're going to do now is we're going to scan down our body again, okay? So we're going to just close our eyes and we're going to gently scan down the body. And I want you to remember how you felt just an hour ago when we did this exact same exercise. Those of you that had those issues in the head and the neck area, just see if it feels lighter and more open in the head and neck and the shoulders. Okay, those of you that had issues with the internal parts of your body, like the chest or the abdomen, just see if it's a little bit more open, a little bit more relaxed, a little bit calmer as we go down through the shoulders, through the upper body, through the arms. Okay, and if you had obstructions in the arms, you can just notice how those channels are now kind of like tingly all the way down. And we go down through the abdomen, okay, through the hips, knees and feet. Okay, very good. Well done for sticking with the exercise all the way through. Okay, that was a bit of a workout, but we covered every single yin and yang channel in the body. So I hope that really helped. And I'm going to find out now, because as usual, I've got a poll ready on how you feel now. Okay, so thinking back to how you felt an hour ago, would you say that you felt more balanced than you did, or about the same, or less balanced? And that's possible because sometimes we get a reaction, an energy reaction to the exercises. So let's see what we've got today. Okay, there we go. So if you feel about the same, I would recommend that you do these exercises every day, maybe just for half an hour. We'll put the video up on YouTube, and you can just repeat the exercises or find one that's, you know, about the same as you. Okay, if you feel less balanced now, that means you probably, well, means what's definitely happened is there's been a reaction. And if you need one-to-one support, just give us a call. We'll make an appointment with you. If you don't want to come in, we can still do the distant sessions or the one-to-one support. We're still doing those on a donations basis as we ease out of lockdown. And as I said before, we're going to continue with these weekly classes, and we're going to continue with the distant sessions on a donations only basis. We're all pulling together as a team to help us fund the Shiatsu Center because of the reduced capacity that we inevitably have coming out of COVID. Okay, great. Well, I hope you really enjoyed this week. I've really enjoyed it myself. I feel a lot better myself. I'll put myself in the more balanced category there. Yep, we'll see you next week. We're going to continue through the summer, and what we're planning to do possibly in the autumn is we're thinking of actually making these weekly classes into a structured class. We'll still be responding to your individual needs each week, because we think that's a really cool thing. We still have the chat, so you can get one-to-one support. But we think we've had so many sort of ideas between us about what we'd like to do. We could think of putting it into like a structured 3 months to take us through to Christmas. So there'll be different themes. We could plan it a bit more in advance and take you through all of these different exercises, which are drawn from Qigong, from Taoism, from yoga, from Japanese stretches, from Doin, and also we've got all the Chinese medicine stuff from the Shiatsu that we can share with you. Maybe we'll have point of the week, things like that. We've got lots of ideas. So yeah, we'll take you through the summer, and then maybe in the autumn we'll pitch it as almost like a kind of course, like a kind of a structured class. So that'd be really lots of fun. We'd love to put that together for you. Okay, so don't forget, tell your friends if you've got any friends who'd like to come along for the class. And thank you so much for donating and helping us get through COVID and get through this transitionary transitionary period. Okay, and thank you very much to Kat for being on the chat. I don't know if she's going to pop in and say bye to everyone with the webcam. Are you, Kat? Just before we go, well, she's probably too busy. Oh yes, here she is. Hey.
It was a very quiet chat, but
oh, was it? Yeah, good. I kept them completely focused, right? There wasn't a moment to even type. Yeah. Anyway, not bad. We went through all the yin and yang channels. Not bad for an hour. Wonderful. I think we should advertise it as revision for Shiatsu practitioners. Okay, great. See you next week. Bye.